Hello, this is Pharaoh Vincent with Nation 506, coming to you with the part 2 of the Duel of Dominance video. So, in the last video, we kind of covered a little bit of the basics, setup of defense, and at the time I didn't have all my buffs active. I do currently, so we're going to go ahead and set out our battle fleet while we have all of our buffs active. As you can see, I have troop expansion, the 25% attacks. I also have the commander skill for 10% extra fleet size, and the commander skill for, or sorry, not the commander skill, the presidential benefit of general. So that gives me an extra 5% fleet. So my total fleet capacity now is base of 350,000. When it comes to offense, this is where we get into my meta-based video. If you haven't seen it, please check it out, because it will kind of tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. But really what I'm shooting for is a third of my fleet as melee. Actually, that's good. 97,000 sounds great. A little bit under a third, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to max out my best killing unit, which is the Doomsday Cannons, and then I'm going to fill the rest of the way with my EMP Cannons, and I have a single troop left, so I'll throw a sniper in there for good measure. And I'm going to go ahead and save this fleet because I need to use it twice, right? So first, we use it for this particular setup. Now, in the Duel of Dominance, the things that most people miss is the fact that there are 2 fights that happen every day in the knockouts. So you'll see up here at the top, LDF versus BFM, and then LDF versus KTA. You can send troops to each. And so sending troops in this way kind of allows you to get all of your troops into both battles, because you will have basically 2 sets of hits that you can do. When it comes to, let me just double check, make sure they're not trying to organize us. Okay. Apparently started with the strongest worlds. That's fine. I don't really care. So when it comes to the Duel of Dominance, the goal of every offense is going to be to kill the invaders basically tile by tile all the way up until you get to the end. Once you start attacking inside of a row, you are then locked to that row until it is completely cleared out. So like if I were to go in to attack this particular tile, which I imagine I can do, I don't know if we didn't seem to have set a don't do this rule, so if we have any problems, you'll know. But let's do one real time, right? So personally, I like to scout the first area, right? This dude, 340k troops, 700% LRA. Like, this is a strong city. So let's mess him up. And with the duel itself, your losses are permanent for that round. So what'll end up happening is after this round, I will not have any of the troops that you see dead already. So, if we go into my attack troops, you'll see that my fleet size stayed low. And when I go to do this next attack, you know what, we'll use a green buff, why not? We won't have all of the troops. And this is going to be where I lose in this particular fleet, but you kind of get the idea of kind of how this is going to end up going. The guy wasn't even that strong. But yeah, you can see here the green G just means that I'm locked to G. And same thing here, right? I can do the exact same setup. Again, I like to scout. This guy's not that strong. 552. He's not weak either by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, and you can see the 1-1s, right? So now my Thor got 3 kills. That buffed my, outgoing attack by 10% more. So he just gave me free kills. Thank you. Because now somebody who had 600% LRA should have done a little bit better against me, but did not. And let's go ahead and fortify attack. And it's worth mentioning all these green buffs I got for free, so it's kind of nice. It's the best part about the donation station that I showed in the last video, is you do get some free attack buffs. And since we have the top 2 alliances in our group, I figured I might as well have some fun with it. I don't know that I want to... I'll use one more. Why not? Cause damage. That's the goal, right? Again, those 1 troops. Yeah, this time my Titan died pretty early because I didn't have anything there to guard him, but I mean, that still gave me, you know, a destruction, right, with that. So yeah, that's the offensive side of Duel of Dominance. I did want to kind of briefly mention, so once you're done with that, you're kind of done for the day. You have to wait till the next reset. You can, of course, change your defense troops if you so chose. I don't necessarily recommend it, just because once it's set to the charge level that you had at the very beginning of the event. Although no, I guess it doesn't do that anymore. Okay, so they did fix that, but even still, I get to keep all of those buffs that I've established, right? So you can see here the fleet that I'm actually using. It's very sparse, it's very quick. These 2 troops get a lot of kills. And then this is pound for pound the best defensive troop for my current tier. So that is kind of everything you need to know about the game at this point. So in Duel of Dominance, there are a couple of strategies that I will briefly mention today. First off, when it came to me attacking, I could have easily had somebody go in and attack before me. This would have prevented things like this buff right here from going off. This would also prevent things like this landmine from going off and hitting me, right? Because they're only 1 use. So if you have people attack first and then you have your stronger cities attack after, you can generally spare their troops longer. So just pro tip, if you want to spare some troops, that is the best way to do it. The other thing to note is you can, because of the way alliances are, and you can only have 60 people in your Duel of Dominance, you can bring a farm in, because it only takes 1 day for them to be set to the event, according to the event rules, right? So up here, event rules, if you're in the alliance for 1 or more days, the city must be at least level 15 or higher and can join the battle. So if you have any farms above C15, you can have them join the battle, go into Tifa's donation station, get these tickets, and set defensive buffs on other members of your alliance, because if you go into the defense and set defense record, you can actually set defensive items on other players. Right? So what'll end up happening is now this person, who is not me, now has that particular green buff. And so all you have to do is keep the farm in the alliance for a day in order to do that. And then the day after the attack, and all of those buffs will remain after they leave. So they don't actually have to even be set. They could be on the back burner, just like this particular individual is, right? They don't actually have to be in the battle in order to do that. So if you have, let's say, 60 fighters and you have a alliance size of 90, you could easily pull in up to 30 farms and have them utilize buffs for free that you can get from just donating things to the donation station. So pretty cool trick. Feel free to try that out and have fun with it, because that's kind of everything I know about Duel of Dominance. So I hope this shorter video helped, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, reach out. I love to try to respond to all of my comments while I still can. Definitely something where I try to get to it at least once or twice a day, so I'm sorry if it takes me a little bit. Some days are better than others. So yeah, either way, I appreciate all the support, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.